The iPhone is considered to be a dream phone for many of us in the Philippines. That's why many would save up their money, and when they had enough, they would buy the latest and greatest that Apple can offer. But of course, not everyone can buy the latest and greatest that Apple can offer. That's why many would tend to buy second-hand or refurbished old models. Just like me, who bought this iPhone 11 last year, 2022, in April. And now, I will share with you my experience with this phone and is it still worth it in the upcoming year, 2024? When it comes to design, the iPhone 11 is still not far left behind. A bezel-less display with a signature notch on top, and the back still looks the same for the newer models with just the cameras having different arrangements. It also has rounded edges compared to the flat edges of the newer models, which in my opinion gives a more slimmer look. The newer iPhone 15 base model may have adopted the dynamic island and the USB Type-C, but many people still uses an iPhone which has a notch and a lightning port, so the iPhone 11 still looks modern for a 4-year-old iPhone. For a phone released in 2019, this phone can still compete with most of the mid-range phones and even some flagship phones of today. A13 Bionic, 4 GB of RAM, I have the 128 GB model that I still have plenty of space even with all the pictures and videos that I have taken with this phone. It may not be the fastest today, but it is still fast, smooth, and gets the job done. The display may be weak on paper for today's standard liquid retina IPS LCD display, but as long as I can use this under direct sunlight or enjoy watching content on the highest resolution possible, then I have no problem with it. I use this phone mainly for browsing the internet or scrolling through social media and even light video editing when I don't have my laptop on the go. And all I can say, this is still a solid one. I don't play games that much because it heats up like crazy, but it can deliver good performance if you want to know. Now, if you want to find a negative side of buying an iPhone 11, then it is in the battery department. This thing only carries a 3110 milliamp capacity, and if you can find a refurbished one with 100% battery health, then it can deliver you 5 to 6 hours of screen on time depending on your use. Mine's now at 78% battery health with only 3 to 4 hours of screen on time, and now I always have my charger and power bank with me. I sometimes charge about twice a day, so it is what it is. Of course, we can't talk about the iPhone without talking about its main selling point, the reason on why many people would love to buy an iPhone. The cameras. The iPhone 11 packs a 12 megapixel main camera and a 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera at the back, and a 12 megapixel front camera. Honestly, this thing can still wipe the floor with some of what modern phones can offer. All I can say is, even if you are not that good at photography, you can still get good to great results. Same thing for video recording. This can record up to 4K 60 FPS, and if you're looking to vlog or post TikTok contents, then the iPhone 11 is a great tool. When I bought the iPhone 11 on April last year, this thing still cost 24,000 pesos. Now that 2 models of iPhone have been released since then, I think you can buy this thing at around 18 to 20,000 pesos on Green Hills, which is a famous buying spot of iPhones. For that, you're getting an iPhone with a still modern design, good display, good performance, good cameras with a downside of the battery, and of course, it's still on 4G, no 5G. It is still worth it in my opinion, especially if you're on a tight budget or just wants to know the Apple ecosystem as they call it in general. And the fact that this phone is still supported for another 2 years of iOS major updates makes it a sweet deal. So if you're planning to buy one, this is your sign. You won't regret it. This is coming from an iPhone 11 user myself. And that's about it. This is Anakin Crisanto, and this is my last video for this year 2023. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Peace.